Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. This is episode 17 and today we are starting things off outside of our fully functioning storage system. This is such a good feeling because this is the earliest we've had a working sorting system in a season of Hermitcraft ever. I think in Hermitcraft season 4 it took us until episode 70, which was, yeah, that was very late. And then in Hermitcraft season 5 I still feel like it was episode maybe 30, 40 until we actually got it up and running, and even then it wasn't really functioning towards the end of the season. So this one is now done. We have a shulker box sorting system. This is going to be sorting through all the items, and we are going to be working on it throughout the season, but this is like the basics. We've got the basics all in place, and that makes me very, very happy indeed. But in today's Hermitcraft episode, we are not going to be working at all up on this top section, or at least we're not going to be doing anything like that for the time being, because I actually want to get this bottom area sorted out a little bit. I mean, right now it's pretty heavily neglected. So the first thing that I need to do is we're going to be creating, well, I mean, I say that, I don't know how long this is going to take. I want to create the power beam, which is going to be running through the center of my base. So I guess the actual first thing that we have to do is we have to work out a size of a circle, how big we want this power beam to be. Then we can build up that central section, maybe do some decorating here, and then actually start constructing it through the center. Now I'm just thinking, what blocks can we use inside the power beam? We want it to be blue. I'm thinking packed ice, light blue glass, dark blue glass, or regular blue glass, and then maybe water on the inside, as if the entire thing is powered by water. Ooh. I think I want it to be a little bit bigger than that one. I think actually the size of the power beam should be that, going through the center, but then maybe just blocks on the outside. Yeah, so if we just wrap around this and then have this be the size of the power beam, I think that will be perfectly in proportion with the rest of the base. Right, now that that's all fixed up, let's get ourselves some blue glass. So that is the regular blue, and then I'm guessing if we just grab ourselves some lapis and then a little bit of bone meal, which I definitely have lying around somewhere, then we can turn that into light blue dye, which will then turn it into light blue glass. We've got that. I also experimented with some blue ice, but as far as I can tell, so 9 bits of packed ice will give 1 bit of blue ice. That is a shocking deal. It doesn't even look that good. Packed ice looks way better, so we're not going to be dealing with too much of that. Made the mistake of crafting a few. Alright, this is what we have at the minute. So this is kind of like the idea. And I do think that's going to look quite cool going up through the center. Obviously, we'll make it slightly less uniform. We'll add, I guess, some noise to the outside. But no, the concept is cool. It is very tall, though. This is going to use way more resources than I have. How does this look then? I actually think it looks quite cool. I think once we start scaling up and once we fill it in with water, I think it's going to look interesting. It's going to be very different from anything that I've really built in the past, apart from maybe the nether base that I did in Hermitcraft season 4? Yeah, Hermitcraft season 4. I'm fairly certain it was then. My elite trap not activating is something it's getting a little bit old. I don't know what it is. My connection to the server just seems to be a little bit on the rough side, and I keep plummeting to death. Oh, I've lost all my levels as well. Anyway, deaths aside, Iskal has finally restocked his shop, which means that I actually have supplies with packed ice. That's cost me 18 diamonds to get 9 stacks. We're probably actually going to use all of our diamonds here. I imagine we're going to need that full double chest, which is quite upsetting, so we might have to do some more resource gathering later on, but for now, it's just really helpful to have. Progress is coming along pretty nicely. We have managed to make it all the way up to the bottom of the disc, so now I'm actually going to see this thing for the first time. And I am really, really scared. You can see we actually don't have any resources left, pretty much, so we're probably going to have to buy more packed ice, so that's going to be a bunch more diamonds. But let's see. My elytra just didn't activate there. Let's see what happens. Okay. That looks interesting. I mean, I'd love to be able to see it, but I can't actually take off. There we go. Okay, so we're on our way now. That looks... I think it might look cooler once we get some more shape to it, potentially. Maybe even add some circles going around that. Yeah, that might be an idea, because I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think. I'm messing with some concepts here. I'm thinking, do I want another few layers of this thing? So have one layer in the middle third, and then one layer at the top, and then have a bunch of some more rings going through. And you know what? I actually think I do. I think that will make things look considerably cooler, but it does need to be higher up. I think it needs to be about there. Yeah, on this layer here, I would say. Yeah, this is definitely a solid idea. I like the idea of this, and I think if we got ourselves a circle in the center there, similar to that one, going all the way up, I think that would really bring the whole base together and also make it look a little bit more structurally sound, because I mean, that disc balancing there, it kind of looks like it's not being supported by anything, and I know that's why we're building the power beam, but this is going to make even more sense. So I think I'm going to take a break from the power beam for the time being and actually work on these things. We're going to need lots of hardened concrete and also probably some quartz, actually. Which means that I'm back doing my favorite thing, the good old-fashioned sand mining sessions. I don't know how many shovels I've gone through. We need that iron. I got excited then. There's one bit of iron. I need an iron farm quickly. So I have all of the circle in the middle planned out. I've got all of the struts on either side planned out. And then I thought I would replicate what we have going on up here down at the bottom here. So we're going to have a quartz platform. Then we're going to have, this is actually going to be 2 blocks wide. And then we're going to have quartz like this. Or no, quartz like this. And then quartz on the underside there. So it will give it that depth that we have here. And that should end up looking pretty cool. And already it's looking pretty cool. Or is it? I kind of think it mimics it a little bit too much. You might need to do something a tiny bit different. Okay, I've tried something completely different, and I still don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. I was such a massive fan of this idea until I started constructing it. And then now it's not quite so good. So you can see that, look, so I've started placing in, so we've got glass in the center, and then we have the quartz. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? I actually think that looks quite cool. I'll do it for all of them, and then we'll see how it looks, and I'll get your thoughts down in the comment section. I think that's the way to go on this sort of thing. I think there's a chance that the quartz is making it too wide. Honestly, I'm losing the ability to build today. I've been playing way too much Minecraft. Oh, for goodness sake. I can see someone... A slow-flying Grian is coming by, and he's probably a little bit confused at this point in time. Now, I've been asked to give an opinion on Grian's base. I don't know how he thinks I'm in any way qualified to do this, but I'm going to take that opportunity and try and formulate some form of answer. I think this side. What? I think this side. You know what? Now that I've removed all of the quartz, I actually think I should put the quartz back in these platforms because it looks a little bit thicker. Right now, they look just too thin. Up close, it looks quite cool, but when you're far away, it just... yeah, it's not quite enough. So we need a little bit more. The only thing is that I don't have any sea lanterns left, so we are sending a lot of money to Iskal here, and it's 4 diamonds a stack, and I've only brought 3. Which is the least of my problems, because they're all sold out. Oh dear. So I went directly to the source, and I got myself 1 stack of sea lanterns from the resources here. Now, I deducted 1 diamond from the price because I had to collect them myself. I hope this is reasonable. I personally think it is. Now, I've been doing a little bit more thinking, and now that we have all the sea lanterns in place, do you reckon it would be good to have a glass tube going up through the center here, which the power beam is inside of? You know what? I'm all about the experimentation. I think it might be worth trying that out. And spin around. I don't know if that would look better or worse. I kind of did 1 section so I could see. I do feel like it would look pretty meaty. Like, that would look like a actual strong central section of the build. Maybe would make it look more structurally sound. I like it. Yeah, no, I think I like it. I think I like the way that that looks. Alright, let's get to it then. If I didn't have enough to build already. And also, we're going to have to dismantle some of the treehouse here. I am starting to realise, though, just how much glass this actually is. So, I've got one full inventory of glass. I think it uses about 3 stacks of glass for every loop that I do. And we've got quite a long way to go. Yeah. So, I have used one full inventory of glass. And this is how far we've gotten. Does it look any good? I guess I will leave that up to you guys down in the comment section. This is such an experimental episode. Yeah, let me know. Let me know. I feel like we need to do the glass up to the top just so we can get a good idea of what's going on. Hopefully I have enough. And there is my second inventory of glass. Now let's pop into the water here. I mean, it definitely looks dramatic, doesn't it? There's lots going on. I don't know if it looks better or worse with the glass or not. And let me know down in the comment section, please do. I'm going to keep working on this thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I feel like it looks cool, but I think it might be a little bit too chunky for the size of the base. I just think that maybe it's a little bit too beefy. I might actually use a poll. Yeah, I'm going to use a poll. I haven't done this in ages. So there'll be a poll on the screen right now asking you if you think that I should keep it or if you think I should go without the glass. I don't know which side I'm siding on right now. I'm probably going to have to take some time to think about it. But your responses will be incredibly, incredibly useful. I thought it would be a good idea to do the top section, but I cannot work out where these two level up. And wait. Come on, LAKEY, you just need to start kicking in a little bit earlier. So that is there. Is that in the right spot? Oh, I don't know. Let's kind of count it out. So we've got 2, and then 2. There we go. So then, hang on. Let me just, this is so difficult. So it goes the doubler, and then 1, 1, and then on the 2 is on top of that 2 there. Okay, so then we have to flip it upside down. So we have got 2. It should go there. Yeah, I think it's meant to go there. Okay, do those 2 match up? I feel like they don't. I feel like they don't. I don't know why is it. But they definitely are in the same place. Oh my word, this is so difficult to work. Oh, you know what it is? There's 2. No, that's the same spot. How strange. The thing that I found is that this place looks really cool once you get some depth involved. So as soon as you've got depth, it looks really good. But if you look at it from like dead straight on, just from the side here, it looks pretty pants because these platforms don't actually have much thickness. So it kind of looks a little bit on the strange side. And I don't know how I could do anything about that because that looks mega. That looks insane. Okay, doesn't that look ridiculous? But then some other angles, they look a little bit kind of, I don't know, just a little bit odd. There are some really weird lighting issues with my base. I don't know what it is, but sometimes when you're building things just go super dark and then transition to super bright. And it turns out that other people on the server can see it as well. Me and Graham were messing around just coming in and out of the darkness because it's really, really odd, look. And then suddenly I'm pitch black. Okay, let's see how this thing looks then. So I've placed in all the blocks and we've got the circle in the center and this is now connected up. So we now have all of the kind of platforms created. And you know what? I'm going to log out and log back in so I can get rid of these lighting glitches. Now, how does this look? I think it's so difficult to tell with so much going on. and so much kind of unfinished. I think gosh, this is the most difficult thing I've ever built. Okay, I'll be honest, I don't think the glass around the middle here is working. I just don't. I think it's too thick. So I think we'll have to get rid of that, and then we'll just have the power beam going up the center, and I think once we've got the power beam done, then it could look really cool. I'm almost... I'm almost considering adding in like another outline going around the outside of that and making it like 3 blocks wide, just to give us a little bit more going on the corners, so that we get some depth involved there. So like 1 2 3 1 2 3, and then it fills it in, and maybe we use like blue glass or something, just a different kind of block on the inside, so we have kind of 2 bands and then the blue glass there, because I feel like this is a little bit on the square side. I feel like we need something extra. Like we need something connecting these things. As I say, gosh, this is... this is so difficult. I don't know what to do. I think I'm going to leave this for the time being, and I'm going to come back in maybe a day's time. I genuinely think I might have to take some time out here. Now, we have just gotten back onto the Hermitcraft server. The server was closed once again, so we literally got all of about 13 pumpkins. One day I will actually be able to do some form of AFK session, but I've also heard on the grapevine, aka via Twitter, from you guys sending me lots of messages, that Iskall has done... Iskall's done a little bit of work to my base. He's come by and he has done some work to my base. And... I'll be honest... Oh, I can already see something. And it looks like the underside of a mustache. I feel like there's a chance... Oh dear. Right, let's take a look then. So here goes. And fly. Okay, it's a bit of a late takeoff. We're still struggling for air. There we go. We are now flying. And what on earth is that thing? Like seriously, what is this one called? What is this one called? Oh my word, you know what? It was a bold move jumping off there with so much Elytra non-activating lag. You know what? It actually looks quite cool in the middle there. This might be what the base needed. Wow. Okay, so we have got... Okay, let's try and guess the name. I'm going to guess Mumbo Bologna. That's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming that his name is Mumbo Bologna. Now, I'm interested to see, has he left any chests, or is this just a very typical Iskall thing of him just building something and then not leaving any explanation whatsoever? I wonder if there's anything on the inside of this thing. Let's take a look. Probably a load of mobs, although Iskall's slightly better than that. I feel like he would have lit it up. Or not. As the case may be. Oh. Yeah. I mean, he's got the right idea. So there we go. We've got a bunch of subscribed snow golems in the middle there. This guy's going to be sticking around. I think I'm going to keep him for the time being until we build the power beam further up and it engulfs this build. I think for the time being, this little fella is actually going to be staying here. Now let's play a game. Am I going to be able to get out of here with just one firework rocket? It's not the best start. Yeah, I did! But then I almost died in the process. That was close. How am I going to get down from here? So, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the new construction in the base, completely finished off by Iskall. Having come back onto the server, I kind of think that this glass probably has to go, Don't know if I'm much of a fan of that one. And I do like the power beam, and I do quite like these structural elements, but I think they might need a little bit more work. So we're probably going to have to do that in the next episode of Hermitcraft. But anyway, ladies and gents, I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.